Hi, my name is Christian Erhard, and here are my 10 tips how to lead an international team. If you're working in an international corporation, you've probably already experienced the challenges of leading an international team. The biggest challenge is maintaining good communication across the whole team that's in different locations. Here's my tip number 1. Acknowledge different language skills. We need to acknowledge not everyone in the team can express their ideas and opinions the same way they could in their native language. Also, we need to acknowledge the different accents. We can help each other by speaking more clearly or slowing down. Tip number 2. Talk about it. It's beneficial to address the topic of communication proactively. For example, ask your team how they are experiencing communication in the international context and how ideally communication should look like. Addressing the topic proactively also raises awareness amongst the whole team, and we can all pay more attention to how we get across and communicate with each other. Tip number 3. Also pay attention to nonverbal communication. For example, a smile might mean friendliness in one region and might mean something completely different in another. Especially when you don't know each other very well, you should limit your hand gestures and body language to a minimum. Tip number 4. Create purpose and clear roles and responsibilities. Particularly in an international team environment, it is important to align behind a common purpose and also be aware of the goals that everyone's working towards. Invest the time to create a team purpose. Then be clear about roles and responsibilities and document them. This should be a document that's also updated quite frequently. Tip number 5. Avoiding misunderstandings. Paraphrasing what someone has said will help to create alignment. In an environment of cultural differences and geographic distance, it is quite easy to create confusion. There is simply no opportunity for people to have an informal chat at the coffee machine. Therefore, we need to create a structure that ensures that our team members are communicating frequently. Tip number 6. Invest in video conferencing technology. Maintaining clarity applies to team meetings as well to one-to-ones between a manager and his employee. Investing in technology for video conferencing has made a big difference for me. It is essential for a personal relationship to see each other face to face, and if it's just on a computer screen, you can see expressions and how people talk, and this adds a higher layer to the communication quality. Video conferencing can help a lot, especially when you cannot meet in person day to day. And as people get more and more used to this technology, it becomes a good alternative to one-to-one in-person meetings. Meet in person at least every 6 months. While still, in order to build a relationship, we need to meet face-to-face in person from time to time. In my experience, meeting in person every 6 months is necessary to maintain an ongoing good working relationship. After people have spent some quality time together, it's then much easier to sustain a good working relationship. Tip number 8. Maintain a balance of power in video conference meetings. Video conferencing is great, but how about the situation where there's only 2 or 3 team members on the screen joining the meeting virtually, while the majority of the team is sitting in the same meeting room? Sometimes this can create a dynamic in team meetings that makes it very, very hard for the people on the screen to participate and contribute to the meeting. My recommendation in these situations is for everyone to join the meeting via video conference. This way, we level the playing field and everyone has the same opportunity to participate in the meeting. Tip number 9. Prepare your meetings. Providing structure and documentation is particularly important in an international setup. A clear meeting cadence and also taking into account different time zones will allow your team members to better prepare for the meeting. Also, you can include them in the preparation process, for example, by rotating the role of meeting facilitator and organizer, so everyone can take a turn. And finally, tip number 10, show appreciation and celebrate success. You can create stronger relationships by including a thank you round at the end of your meetings. In the last 5 minutes, everyone gets an opportunity to say thank you to a team member for something that they have done. By doing this, you will create stronger connections between the team members despite the fact that they're in different locations. What's your experience working in an international team? What has worked? What were the pitfalls? I'd be really interested to hear your feedback in the comments below.